The Modi government was ushered in with a promise of Achhe Din for India. But when a few select parliamentarians enjoyed the change that India of 2014 was promised, the NewsHour questioned the birth of a new caste system in Lutyens, Delhi. For a nation that stood up to fight the Lal Batti culture, the circular that allowed members of parliament to live off the exchequer, to live king size and become the new Raj in India, wouldn't go unchallenged.
Some of these MPs say we need to reach Parliament on time. I don't know, can you get to Parliament only on the first row of a flight? Can you get to Parliament only after drinking free tea and coffee? Can you get to Parliament only after being handheld across the airport by airport staff? By not standing in a queue? Can you get to Parliament only if somebody else does your check-in, somebody else carries your bag? In a written reply on Parliament, Minister of State for Civil Aviation said that this 2007 circular is what we will go by, and also went on to say, and you can go tomorrow to Parliament and check the facts. And if you are wrong, you can write to me saying I'm wrong. Yet your government said that if those people don't get these facilities, Mr. Rudy, now you must listen to me on why you are wrong here. Mr. Rudy, let me complete. Mr. Rudy, you have to let me complete and go to the others also.
Mr. Goswami, you will not have a free ride to tell what you are saying.
Mr. Rudy,
I will not give you a free ride to speak what you are speaking.
Okay, now Mr. Rudy, Mr. Salve is speaking now. Mr. Salve is speaking now.
We need now, I think a time has come where we should have complete transparency on salaries and perquisites of members in Parliament. Nobody begrudges them their salaries and perquisites as long as they make it open, they make it public, they go to Parliament, they put it in a law, they have it passed. And the people know what they are giving to themselves. And that is the kind of scrutiny which it must bear, not these kind of executive circulars sneaked out to further this kind of feudalism in India.
ये जो VVIP syndrome है, ये political लोगों में नहीं, ये सभी जगह फैला हुआ है और हमारा माइंडसेट ऐसा नहीं है. अभी मैंने
तो सिर्फ
एक मिनट
त्यागी जी, ये सर्कुलर सिर्फ एमपीज के बारे में क्यों है? ये तो एमपीज के बारे में है ना?
ये तो सही.
और आप जस्टिफाई क्यों कर रहे हैं?
कोई जो बात आपको अच्छी नहीं लगती, आप सुनते क्यों नहीं हैं?
Private airlines give customer service like this been forced on them. This rule made it mandatory for private airlines to treat MPs in a different way.
Why have you forgotten me?
What I'd like to say is that, the minute one starts clipping the wings of these high flyers, there's going to be protest. They are going to sort of all band together and vociferously demand those rights to be reinstated if ever that they are withdrawn. So unless the citizens' voice is kept strong and unless the people keep at it and demand that these kind of ridiculous perks and privileges that a very spoiled group of MPs has been accustomed to as if it's their birthright, not just accustomed to but often misused, that has to change.
A Victorian buggy, a ride across town, a 75-foot cake, and a city grinds to a halt to please one man. As party like Mulayam became India's biggest talking point, the NewsHour questioned the need for a socialist leader to splurge when millions beg to live.
Welcome to the world of the socialist 75-kilo cake. The socialist 75-kilo laddu. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, the socialist Victorian buggy. These are new inventions in our political life. We are doing it for poor people. I'm not sitting on the buggy, I'm sitting on the buggy for poor people. I don't want the cake, the poor people want the cake. I don't want the laddu, the poor people want the laddu. I don't want the film stars strutting around on stage or the film stars dancing around there. Or I don't want the private planes bringing them in. I'm doing it for the poor people. That's what they say. They shoot off the shoulders of the poor people. They shoot off the shoulders of the poor people.
Because they're innocent. Because they're innocent. They get misled. They get misled. They are innocent. They take these politicians on their face value. Arnab, I want to ask. I just want to ask one question. Now listen to me. Gaurav, listen to me.
Am I raising an irrelevant point when I say
if you are a Shubchintak of Netaji, If you are a Shubchintak of Netaji, Gaurav, Go back and tell him that this should not have been done because this is not in public favor. You have to be honest to your party and to your Netaji. Please take the sentiment back. You are giving wrong message.
Conscious of that. He is himself conscious of that.
Why did he allow this? Why did he allow this? Why did he allow this?
I don't need to
He
tell him
shouldn't have
that.
allowed this. He shouldn't have allowed this. He shouldn't have allowed this.
Please,
those psychophants around him.
Now listen to me. I heard you. I'll give you a response. If the party persons and every person wanted that we celebrate one birthday out of 75
Like this?
with some fanfare out of party.
No, why?
Out of party,
Why?
fine.
He should have
What
refused.
is wrong
He
with
should have
that?
refused.
What is wrong with
No,
that?
he should have refused.
So,
he should have
does
refused.
that take away?
He should have
does
refused.
That take away?
He should have sat.
No, does that
he
take
should
away
have
from
sat
the
with
simplicity that
No,
the
he
man
should
has
have
followed for 75 years? Does that take away from the simplicity of that man?
Yes. He should have. He should have.
Simple life.
He should have.
turns Loya's principles upside down.
He should have
I have a
sat.
different viewpoint.
He should have sat with 75,000
I
people who are below the poverty line in Uttar Pradesh.
It turns Loya's principles upside down.
You can disagree.
It wasn't just an insult to the Prime Minister's office, but India itself. When Nawaz Sharif was called to the coronation ceremony of the Shahi Imam, it wasn't just about personal equations, but patriotism, which was being tested.
Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister of India, and by inviting Nawaz Sharif at his expense, you as an Indian have granted greater legitimacy to the Prime Minister of Pakistan than the Prime Minister of your own country. That's the issue tonight. I hope Asaduddin Owaisi will rise to the occasion and talk about it.
We have clear reservations with Mr. Narendra Modi, not with the Prime Minister. We have reservations with Mr. Narendra Modi.
You can keep your reservations
Well, I
at
don't know,
another level.
Mr.
No,
Perhaps,
Nalin
Mr.
Kohli.
Goswami, may I
Nalin
please come in?
Kohli. Yes, please, Mr. Kohli.
I find this fascinating. Either Mr. Bukhari here suffers from some sort of schizophrenia or some kind of bipolarity, that he believes that we have reservations with Mr. Modi but not the Prime Minister of India. Perhaps he is in hibernation and he doesn't know that Mr. Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister of India. He is there because of the Constitution of India, the electorate of India. And now, whether you like or don't like, he is the Prime Minister for all, just as I do not like some Congress Prime Ministers in the past, but I respect them for being the Prime Minister of India, and I will defend that institution.
But he is not, unfortunately.
He is the Prime Minister of India.
They are behaving
Sabka
like
Saath,
an extra
Sabka Vikas. I don't believe in it.
They are choosing to engage with Pakistan over the institution of the Prime Minister. Nobody is asking them for an invitation.
Why don't
Nobody will you please
Tariq Bukhari,
Sayed Tariq
Bukhari,
That's why we have
Sayed
reservations
Tariq
with Mr.
Bukhari, Kamal Farooqi, this argument being put, well, I am friends with Nawaz Sharif.
Sorry, we have no intent. We have not at all bad intention. We have
Kamal Farooqi
on the personal basis.
Tariq bhai, let me go. Bad intentions,
Not
you have
at all a
terrible
need of an
intentions. There's a
apology.
difference between bad and terrible.
It clearly says that.
Sorry.
This is a coronation ceremony.
What coronation?
Whom to invite, whom to not.
What do you mean coronation? Are you living in the 16th century that you are coronating someone in a democracy?
What coronation? Is this your personal freedom?
Invite Mr. Narendra Modi.
One at a time. Kamal Farooqi, please.
As far as I would request Tariq Sahab, first of all, never use the word coronation of Imam if it does not find anywhere. Number two, stop calling yourself as Shahi Imam. Number three, under no circumstances we will welcome Nawaz Sharif in Jama Masjid. Please understand, no Muslim in the country will having all those kind of things was what Nawaz Sharif is saying. He is not welcomed in Jama Masjid area at all. These are the three things which you please people must understand.
When he
we respect you, but that does
Masjid,
not mean that you would
Should any self-respecting Indian attend that ceremony? Should any self-respecting Indian attend that ceremony?
Mr. Tariq Bukhari, why did you join Himayat Committee of Vajpayee ji after 2 years of those rights? Why did you join that? So please don't emotionalize the whole issue. Right now he is my Prime Minister. Right now he is the Prime Minister of my country. He is not the Prime Minister of BJP. He is the Prime Minister of my country. And under no circumstances I will allow you or any other Muslim to damage the office of the Prime Minister.
Armed with brooms and a photo lens in tow. They took to the streets to send a message. While some, even in the opposition, lapped up Modi's Swachh Bharat campaign, there were some others, ironically from the BJP, who reduced it to a joke. The NewsHour questioned this duplicity and the attitude of tokenism that overtook the real intent.
प्रधानमंत्री ने क्या कहा था? उन्होंने कहा था ना मैं गंदा करूंगा ना गंदा करने दूंगा. I will not litter, and I will not let others litter. आप तो ऐसा कर रहे हैं कि मैं पहले गंदा करूंगा फिर मैं साफ करवाऊंगा. You've reduced this to a joke.
This is Lachin's Delhi.
Yeah.
They have no reason to go and clean up in Lachin's Delhi. Secondly, look at the video. Look at the way they're cleaning. Is that way any way to clean? Everybody's cleaning.
But this whole Swachh Bharat nowadays. Ajay Bose.
It is absolutely.
Ajay, this whole Swachh Bharat nowadays. You know, these film stars and celebrities and all these people who are doing Swachh Bharat, do they ever go to a real garbage dump?
All their initiatives live and die in the world of camera. Arnab, what is happening today is sad. Cleanliness is a responsibility of every citizen, but they, being the flag bearers, are cheating. They are cheating the people of this country.
You have to land from Mars. You have to land from Mars to think that the only thing to clean in Delhi are dried leaves. सूखे पत्तों को साफ करने की जो कोशिश है वो तो कॉमिक है.
Don't start the shairi.
No, it's not shairi, it is Hindi, by the way. What are you saying?
You are very good in Hindi nowadays, I know, but please let me answer. 2 points. You have asked as to why Mr. Satish Upadhyay was cleaning the cleanest part of Delhi,
yes.
Lodi Road.
Everyone's asking.
The answer is everyone. Let me answer everyone here. Look, the organizers over here were the Islamic Center. The brand ambassador for cleanliness in this case was Mr. Qureshi, who is the president of Indian Islamic Center. It is but natural that Mr. Qureshi, though I'm not speaking on behalf of Mr. Qureshi, though I'm not speaking for Mr. Qureshi, let Mr. Qureshi. Just a second, can I complete? You were absent yesterday when 84 riots were discussed. Today, when few leaves are being discussed, you have jumped into the debate. So better be a bystander in the debate. Better be a bystander when I'm answering. No, not. Why ostrich? You do not allow me to speak and you shout in the middle of it. I'm answering. You have the patience of listening. Now, it is but natural that Mr. Qureshi would have wished that the Islamic Center photo must have been in the background so that a message goes out to the whole minority community that we are standing by the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan.
No. So you are using the photo up.
He's to qualify.
You are using the photo up. It's an admission by Sambit Patra on the program.
You have to remember.
One, you are seen to be going to the Islamic Center. Second, you are cleaning up dirt. So you are trying to appeal to a certain vote bank. And on top of it, you also get a photo up. My question, it's not it's like saying today. It's like saying today.
Cacophony stop? Can I answer?
Question is simple. Question is simple. Sambit, no. Question is simple.
The answer has not been completed as yet.
The answer, please complete the answer. There are a lot of other people have also opening the lines.
You need to advertise along with work.
So it's an advertisement. I mean, how much will you confess on air?
As far as campaign is concerned.
You just said it's a photo up. Now you say it's an advertisement. What are you doing? You are compromising your party's position.
A party born out of an anti-corruption movement. Hopes were many and anticipation high when Arvind Kejriwal took over the reins of Delhi. But when the drama ended 48 days later for the political novices, 1 billion Indians had just one question. The NewsHour with Arnab asked the Aam Aadmi Party if it had betrayed the capital's trust. Kejriwal's gamble had crumbled.
If Arvind Kejriwal wanted the Jan Lokpal bill to go through, he just needed to wait a few days. 3-4 days. He can tell to the people that, okay, I give the LG and the government 6 days or 7 days to take it through the constitutional motions. Because the fact is the centre had not opposed the bill on its contents. It was only saying, okay, Mr. Kejriwal, just take it through this process because the constitution says take it through this process. So you could have said 4-5 days we wait. Now what you ensure is that people, when they accuse that Arvind Kejriwal actually did not want the Jan Lokpal, otherwise he could have waited 5 or 6 days. If after that they would have not allowed the Jan Lokpal bill to go through to the assembly to be voted upon and passed, then Kejriwal could have gone and said that I was betrayed. But he didn't wait 5-6 days.
Welcome to politics, Mr. Mehta.
But I thought, welcome to politics.
Arnab, I wanted a chance
welcome to politics.
May I have it?
Mr. Singh, what do you mean welcome to politics? You know, all those people, I'm very, very appalled at what you have just said. Welcome to politics.
In your lawyer staff today.
What do you mean welcome?
Arnab,
1 minute. I want you. No, 1 second.
Arnab,
This is the most. This is singularly the most disappointing. 1 minute, sir. Please, no, sir. 1 minute. This is singularly the most cynical comment I have heard through this whole week. 10,000 people in the Delhi metro were promised jobs.
What happened in the Delhi assembly was not politics.
People in the slums were promised houses. Women were promised safety.
Match. I treated.
And now you say welcome to politics.
Delhi Congress and Delhi BJP and Bombay corporate interests.
Welcome to politics for all the people.
I pity them.
For all the people who said this is an antidote to the kind of politics we have seen in this country. To say we let off Sheila Dikshit. We didn't follow up on an FIR against Mukesh Ambani. And when I ask you the question, then you say welcome to politics.
This is a misuse of the media.
I'm really sorry.
They allowed the massacre. None of India's governments in the past have paid due attention to eliminating militancy in the northeast. Every time militants struck, the nation has been caught unaware and on the back foot. Why do we let it happen? Have successful regimes allowed the crisis to fester for political gains? The NewsHour didn't let politicians forget why 72 lives were lost in Assam.
Terrorist groups are smarter than you, and B, there has been politics, there is politics over it. So essentially you would admit you have failed. What is the use of all your intelligence, sir, if you can't implement anything on the ground?
No, it is not the central government. Arnav Goswami, listen to me first. I am not talking of the central government. I am talking of the state government here.
So if the state government fails, Mr. Seshadri Chari, my counter question to you is, if the state government fails, which you know, if they lack the apparatus, which you know, if there is politics on the ground, which you know, then the intelligence which you are providing is ineffective, then why don't you go there and take over the situation? Take over the situation, be more proactive. Why complain now that the intelligence apparatus was not used?
We cannot.
I began the NewsHour by saying there is a chatterati and a chattering class in Lutyens, Delhi that will even defend Pakistan but have no time to talk about the problems in the northeast. You hear Seshadri Chari there. Seshadri Chari says there's politics and political reasons why you can't tackle this problem.
Yes, there is definitely lack of political will. There is definitely lack of policy. There is an absence of policy, a policy failure, a police failure, an administrative failure, and also a failure of understanding.
Why are you saying if you need to take tough action, first the Tarun Gogoi government will have to go? Why are you saying that? Then we'll get Gaurav Gogoi to respond. Why are you saying that?
That is because the Tarun Gogoi government will not allow the central government to take certain actions in their state.
Why, Seshadri Chari?
They will not.
Why won't they?
Because they will make it a political issue.
Why will they make it a political issue?
I mean, the kind of illusions that he's making, and astoundingly foolish, I'd say, using a very light word, to say that to control 200 odd extremist massacres, criminals, you need to dismiss the government, impose presidential, this kind of attitude, this kind of strategy. God save the king, God save Assam.
It's not so simple.
Let me tell you,
no, it is not the question of just 200 people. It is not the question of 200 people.
I'm talking about this 200.
It is a much serious trouble. There are more than. There are more than 18. There are more than 18 terrorist organizations in Assam. There are more than 18 terrorist organizations in Assam. Can the state government guarantee that they will take action in the next 48 hours? Can the state government guarantee that they will take action within the next 48 hours?
Listen, 200 people has been taking...
I don't have to listen to you. You listen to me. You answer my question.
These are facts.
You answer my question. What is the state government's plan to take action? Does the state government have a plan to take any action? Does the state government have any plan to take any action? What is the state government's plan?
Can I respond?
They are talking about lapses?
Can I respond?
They are talking about lapses?
Can I respond?
The chief secretary has gone on a leave. The chief minister is not issuing a statement.
Can I answer you now? I have fought Ulfa. I have lost my general secretaries. I have faced bullets. I have faced so much of opposition from Ulfa. We fought them on the ground. We are not speaking only on television, national televisions. But let me tell you, I am not talking about insurgency as a whole. Arnab, you remember, all the time these massacres have been taking place for the last 5 or 6 years. We have identified NDFBS as the prime killer. I am now into only this particular incident. 200 people. Do you mean to say that the Indian state machinery or the state machinery is so weak that you can't finish off 200 terrorists?
No, Seshadri Chari says you don't want to.
I'm not against the point.
Seshadri Chari says you don't want to.
One second.
Not that you can't. He says you don't want to.
1 second. Let me tell you, NDFBS has supported the BJP candidate in the last election against me.
Answer the charge. No, answer the charge. Seshadri Chari, he's now put it back at you. Now please answer him. He says the NDFBS, this particular terrorist group, has backed a BJP candidate against him. This is a very serious charge. Mr. Chari, you must answer this. You must answer this charge that Kirip Chalia has now thrown directly at you. Mr. Seshadri Chari.
I strongly refute it. This is an irresponsible statement.
For nearly a decade, Times Now has proven why it's India's election news headquarters. On May 16th this year, when the country woke up to a saffron surge, your channel was the first to spot the trends and call the elections. At 9:37 a.m. on Result Day Live, Arnab called the elections to predict a Modi government at the centre.
Ajit Singh is trailing in Bagpat. Naveen Jindal is trailing in Kurukshetra. This is very big. If there is an anti-Congress wave, an anti-UPA wave, this is it. Ajit Singh trails in Bagpat. That's massive. It's absolutely massive, isn't it? Sankarshan, Ajit Singh in Bagpat, Naveen Jindal in Kurukshetra.
Absolutely, Arnab.
Who would have thought this was possible?
Arnab, this means that not only are we seeing a historic mandate for Mr. Modi, and we keep getting into RSS and BJP, it is for Mr. Modi, because the RSS has always existed, and still they've lost elections. You need someone to be the catalyst and change.
This is exciting.
Look at this. It's all saffron, west to east, with few pockets of green. West to east is saffron.
From the northeastern part of this
standing applause.
From the northeastern part of this country, sweeping
to the
across
west,
Orissa, Madhya Pradesh, even West Bengal, right down to Kerala, where we are told the BJP is leading in certain parts.
Tsunami. This is a Modi tsunami.
Where is Congress? Congress. Where is Congress?
When we come back, and by the way, at 9:37 we call the election. We can say as we head into our first break, I will show you the overall numbers. The map lights up there behind me. We'll tell you the vote shares about 1 hour from now. 524 of 543 trends are in. 305 for the NDA, 74 for the UPA, 60 for the Congress party. Rahul Gandhi faces the biggest threat to his political existence, and Narendra Modi needs nobody to form the most stable government in what could be a turning point in Indian politics, ladies and gentlemen. And why is this going to be a turning point in Indian politics? It's because after 25 years, this verdict and the wipeout of the Congress party could signify the end of coalition era in our country. Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister of India, and by inviting Nawaz Sharif at his expense, you as an Indian have granted greater legitimacy to the Prime Minister of Pakistan than the Prime Minister of your own country.
Whether you like or don't like, he is the Prime Minister for all.
This is a coronation ceremony.
He is not welcomed in Jama Masjid area at all. Right now, he is the Prime Minister of my country.